Welcome to mathematics class this morning. Right now we'll be learning changing fractions to decimal. If you're watching me on YouTube, subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell. Comment, like and share so that other people can also learn what you're learning. If you're watching me on Facebook, you are welcome. Like and follow our page, and we have lots of gifts for you. You're welcome. Now, previously we've been learning amazing things in mathematics, like multiplication of numbers by 11, 111, and also we have also been learning how to find square of two-digit numbers that end with 5 and finding squares of any two-digit number before 100. And it's been amazing. You know what? Our students have been able to say this answer within 3 seconds or at the speed of light. So get ready to learn amazing things in mathematics. I'm so excited. Are you excited? Now, before we can learn changing fractions to decimals, we need to remind ourselves of the place value of decimals. So are you ready? So I have a decimal number here. To my right hand side, these are decimal digits, and to my left hand side, these are whole numbers. Now, the place value of whole numbers is different from the place value of decimal numbers. Now, for whole numbers, before the decimal point, we have the whole numbers. So for whole numbers, our place value starts with the units. So this is 5 units. The next one will be the tens. So this is 4 tens, or also written as 40. And the next one will be the 100. So this is 300. And another way to write 300 is 300. And it continues like that and like that. After 100 is 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, million. Now, for the decimal numbers, from the decimal point to the right hand side, we don't start from units. We start from tenths, and the 10 ends with THS. So the first digit here represents tenths. So this is known as 8 tenths. Another way to write 8 tenths is 0.8 or 8 over 10. So these are the 3 different ways you can write 8 tenths. The next place value for decimal number, for the second place of a decimal number, is called hundredths. So don't forget, tenth is the first place, hundredths is the second place of a decimal number. So this is known as 200ths. 200ths, okay? And a way to write 200ths is 0.02 or 2 over 100. Now the next one is thousandths. So that is 1 thousandths. 1 thousandths. 1 thousandths or 0.001 or 1 over 1,000. Now these are the place value of whole number and decimal numbers. Now let's continue. What are the types of decimals? We have terminating decimals and recurring decimals. Now, terminating decimals are decimals that have exact value. Examples are 0.2, 0.45, 1.38. These are called terminating decimals. Recurring decimals are decimals that don't have exact value. They reoccur in a decimal number. That's why we call them recurring decimals. Examples are 0.33333. Another example is 2.434343, and so on. Another one is 0.123123, and so on. The reason I have continued with dots is to tell you that it's a recurring decimal. It does not stop except you decide to stop. Now, let's see how we can change fractions to decimals. When changing fractions to decimals, divide the numerator by the denominator. Divide the numerator by the denominator. As you can see on my board, is 45 divided by 58? No. So this answer is not correct. So we're going to correct it right now. 45 divided by 5 is 9. So we will be changing 8 to 9. Okay, are you ready? Good. So now we'll be changing this 8 to 9. So now we got it right. So now 45 divided by 5 is 9. 45 is known as the dividend. What you're dividing by is known as the divisor, and your answer is known as the quotient. Don't forget, the results to division is known as the quotient. The number you want to divide is known as the dividend. So this is the dividend, this is the dividend, this is the divisor, and this is the quotient. So take note of that. So now let's see the steps to dividing numbers. We have steps to dividing numbers, and I want you to have these steps in mind. The first one is divide, multiply, subtract, and repeat again from number 1. So when dividing using long division, you divide, multiply, subtract, divide, multiply, subtract, you divide again, multiply, subtract until you reach your final answer. Let's see the first example. 4 over 5. Change 4 over 5 to a decimal. We will be using our long division. So the first thing you need to do is to draw out your long division sign. When dividing or when changing fraction to decimal, you divide the numerator by the denominator. So in this fraction, this is the numerator while 5 is the denominator. So your numerator comes into the sign 4. Then your denominator, which is 5, will be on the left hand side. Now the first step is divide. The second step is multiply. The third step is subtract. Now the first thing we're going to do is to divide. That's 4 divided by 5. Now how do you want to divide? So easily, and this method is also applicable in dividing large numbers. If you haven't watched the class on division of large numbers, make sure you get it. Now 4 divided by 5, instead of you thinking what do you need to do, we are going to use jump counting, or we use skip counting, okay, to get our answer, to be able to divide easily. Okay, you know a rabbit, you can imagine the way a rabbit jumps. Okay, so we want to jump count. We're going to jump count. Are you ready? So now for 5, we will jump count by 5 because we are dividing by 5. So to my left hand side, I'll be jump counting by 5. So you should also do that in your exercise book. So the first is 5. We count in 5. After 5, 10. Count in 5s. After 10, 15, then 20, then 25, 30, okay, 35, 40, 45, 50. Let's stop there. If we need more, we'll keep counting in 5 because we are dividing by 5. So now this is the process of our division. Now 4 divided by 5 is impossible because 4 is less than 5. Write 0 points. After writing 0 points, add 0 to 4. That makes it 40. 40 divided by 5. Now let's look at our right hand side. It's going to be very easy. Now look for a number that is exactly 40. If you can't find 40, you get the number that is less than it. So let's look through. Now we have found 40. So from 40, we count the number of times we were able to skip count before getting to 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which means 40 divided by 5 is 8. So our quotient is 8. So always write your quotient at the top. 8. So we have divided. The next step is multiply. Divide, multiply, subtract. Now let's multiply. 8 times 5. 8 times 5 is 40. And after multiplying, subtract. Minus. So 40 minus 40 is 0. We don't have any remainder. So 4 divided by 5 to decimal number is 0.8. So I will ask you, what kind of decimal is 0.8? Is it terminating decimal or recurring decimal? It's an exact value, so it is terminating decimal. Now the second example, 3 divided by 4. Also draw out your long division sign, numerator in it, denominator on the left hand side. Now 3 divided by 4 is impossible. Have 0 points up, then add 0 to 3. That's 30. Now 30 divided by 4. Let's skip count by 4 because we are dividing by 4. You skip count by 4 because we are dividing by 4. So that will be 4, 8. That's 4 times 1, 4 times 2, 8. Then you have 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. Let's stop there. Now 30 divided by 4. You look through your number chart there and check if you have exactly 30. If you don't have 30, look for a number that is less than, very close to 30 but less than 30. So if you look at this is 32. We don't have 30, so we are going to choose 28. So count the number of times we have jumped or skipped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So which means 30 divided by 4 is 7. Now we have divided. The next thing we need to do is multiply. So 7 times 4 is equal to 28. After multiplying, you subtract. That's 30 minus 28 is 2. Now 2 divided by 4 is impossible because 2 is less than 4. So because of this decimal point and 0 here, add 0 to 2. So you have 20. So 20 divided by 4 is 5. If you look through, you can see 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. You have divided. We are already repeating the process. You have divided, now you multiply. 5 times 4 is equal to 20. So 20 minus 20 is equal to 0. We do not have any remainder. So 3 over 4 converted to decimal number is 0.75. That's equal to 0.75. No remainder, no recurring digits. So this type of decimal is called terminating decimal. Now let's see the next one. 3 over 7. Let's change it to decimal number. You still use the same process. 3 in, 7 out. Now 3 divided by 7 is impossible. We have 0 points, add 0 to this number. So you have 30. Now 30 divided by 7, we are going to skip count. That's 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, plus 7, that will be 56. We have skip counted. Let's stop there. Now 30 divided by 7. Let's check if we are going to see 30. Not 30, we have 35, which is higher. So you choose the one lesser. That's 28. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will be 4 times. Okay, which means 30 divided by 7 is 4. We have divided. Now multiply. 4 times 7 is 28. Subtract after multiplying. 30 minus 28 is 2. Now 2 divided by 7 is impossible because 2 is less than 7. So because of this decimal point, add 0. Now 20 divided by 7. Is there 20? We have 21. It's greater. The one before 20 is 14. That's 1, 2. Write down your quotient. Now multiply. That's 2 times 7. That's 14. Okay. So 20 minus 14 is 6. 6 divided by 7 is impossible because 6 is less than 7. Because of this decimal point, add 0 to 6. So 60 divided by 7. Let's continue with our skip counting here. We have 63. We have 70. So do we have 60? No. This is greater than 60. So this is before 60. So that's 56. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 60 divided by 7 is 8. So now let's multiply. 8 times 7. 8 times 7. 8 times 7 will give us 56. So now let's subtract. We have multiplied. You subtract. So 60 minus 50 is 4. 4 divided by 7 is impossible. If you look at it, it's going to become a recurring decimal because it's not stopping. It's not ending. We will keep on dividing and dividing till infinity. We may not stop. So since we have gotten first place, second place, and third place, we can decide to stop. So I'm going to decide to stop at this moment. So our answer is approximately 0.4 428. So 3/7 converted to decimal number is 0.428. Now let's see one more example. 4 divided by 9. Change it to decimal. Can you do it? Let's do it together. So this is 4 in, 9 out. 4 divided by 9 is impossible. 0 points. Add 0, that's 40. Now, how many 9 will you get in 40? Let us jump count, okay? We're jump counting. So now let's keep count by 9. 9, 18, 27, 27, 36, 45, 54. Let's stop there. So 40 divided by 9. Before 40, we have 36. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4. Write it up here. Now multiply. 4 times 9, 36. After multiplying, subtract, okay? 40 minus 36 is 4. 4 divided by 9, impossible. Because of this decimal point, add 0. 40 divided by 9, you can see we started with 40. It's coming back again. 40 divided by 9 again is 4. Then 4 times 9 is 36. 40 minus 36 is 4. Okay? 4 divided by 9 is impossible. Add 0. 40 divided by 9 is 4. Now 4 times 9 is 36. So subtract. You still get 4. If you look at it very well, this is a recurring decimal. It won't stop. So let us stop here. Since we already got 1, 2, 3. So our answer is equal to 0.444. I hope you enjoy this class, okay? Make sure you subscribe. If you're watching me on Facebook, like and follow. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can have more amazing class in mathematics. Now, if you want more information about our program and our daily classes every week, call our number. Our number is 080-600-90605. This is Learning Base Africa. Get ready for more maths class. I'll see you next time.